Lately, I've been thinking about names for my non-existent children. I've chosen the most ostentatious names this side of Blue Ivy, or whatever Kim and Kanye are gonna name their kid. And even hipsters cringe at how non-mainstream my names are while sipping PBR. Sadly, no one's drinking PBR over here, so I can't make fun of them. I've made a list, and thank God I don't plan on reproducing, because lately, I've been thinking about names for my non-existent children. I'm gonna name her Harmony. That way, from the moment she's born, she'll know that she's composed of George and Paul's voices spinning off the turntable of her mother's womb. I'm gonna name him Jesus. That way I can finally love Jesus, for Christ's sake. He will never fear falling, because on the third day he will always rise again. He will fill the holes in his hands with all the things I couldn't. You see, lately, I've been thinking about names for my non-existent children. I'm gonna name her Hermione. That way she knows that I'm a total dork, and it's okay to be a total dork. She'll know that it's Leviosa, not Leviosa, and with a swish and flick of her fingertip, levitate the cares of the world from her back, and beat down any Death Eater or douchebag, which is functionally the same thing, that comes her way. I'm gonna name him Muhammad. That way he knows that God doesn't answer to one name, but many. Allah, Yishnu, Krishna, Yahweh, Lono, and Steve motherfucking Jobs! I'm gonna name her Katrina. That way it doesn't take a hurricane to show her that racism is alive and well in America. I'm gonna name him Foucault. That way he knows that everything is structure and discourse, because that would be Foucaulting awesome. But mostly, I just want to name them beautiful. Human beings have a funny way of forgetting that they are beautiful, and I want to remind them every time they write a paper, sign a check, do their taxes, that they are beautiful. I want to remind every person that calls their name that they too are beautiful, but mostly I want to remind everyone that every name spells beautiful, even the ones that look like Matthew, or Bree, or Chris, or Will, or Jacob. Every name spells B-E-A, beautiful. Lately, I've been thinking about names for my non-existent children. And I've decided I'm not going to give them names. I'm that much of a hipster. Instead, I'll hand them a crayon. And whatever they scrawl in their uncertain block print will certainly be more perfect than anything a pretentious young poet with too many metaphors could conceive.